Hi everyone, Deborah Richter here with another COVID Strong workout. I was trying to decide what kind of exercise program to bring you this week and decided it was important to get out of the box and into some boxing gloves. That's right, we're going to do a kickboxing routine today. And before you even question it or start to shut off this video, know that yes, you can do this workout. And you don't even need the fancy gloves, even though you have to admit they look pretty cool, don't they? All right, everyone, if you're ready to give the coronavirus the old 1-2 punch, let's get started. If you've never done this kind of exercise before, then I would suggest that you have a chair or a countertop to lean into for some of these kicks. We're going to do a variety of punches and kicks and integrate them together. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you keep your abs engaged when you do the kick, punch, and squat moves. Breathe throughout. It's very important that you keep breathing. And you'll notice my breath is quick and short. I learned it from a sensei years ago who taught me karate, but use whatever breath form works for you. Just keep doing it. And always make sure that you're doing what feels right for your body. You may want to do a different range of motion than what I'm doing, shorten it, or you may want to slow this down. So to get started, I'm going to step back so you can see me, and now I'm going to have you squat down, keeping the abs pulled in. Make sure you're sitting weight back in those heels so as not to stress your knees. And on number 5, we're going to start an alternating kick. So I want you to now begin on the way up with a kick. You can mirror me, so this is your right and now left, and just keep alternating. Decide how high you're comfortable kicking, and if you want to make it a little higher, if you have a good back, you can lean back on this a little bit, and that will give you a higher kick. We're going to do 10 on each side of just about everything here. I keep my arms here because you'll see why as we get into the other exercises. This is the ready position. It allows you to move into punches and blocks very easily. And if you're in martial arts, you'd be told to do this to protect your face. All right. And now we're going to go from that into a forward step with an opposing punch. So it's forward step, rock into it, and punch, and rock back. Keeping those abs engaged, and breathe. Two more. And then you're going to switch sides. Again, opposing arm punch. Looking good. By now, you should be starting to feel like you're really getting warmed up. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you can step further out. Feel it in those quads and in your upper body. And one more. Good. Now we're going to do a side kick. And we're going to do a few of them, then we're going to add the punch to it. So with the side kick, you're going to lift your leg. I call this the hydrant position, and you can see why. And then you're going to, with your ankle flexed flat, you're going to extend it out, bring it back and down. Again, if you want to have something to hold on to, that's really helpful. Or if you want to challenge your balance, you can keep your arms in like so and do it. And then step out just a little bit wide at the end of each one, because you're going to lean into it with a jab. So let's start the jab now. So it's kick, step out, lean into and jab. Kick, step out, lean into it and jab. Keep repeating that. Again, we're going for about 10 on each side here. So let's do 4 more. 2 more. Good. Let's do the other side. Start slowly with that kick. Let's do a couple of these. Get comfortable. And now, get ready to jab. Should be feeling good. 2 more. All right, good. Now we're into a back kick, and we're gonna add a block to it. So you're going to face at this angle, and you're gonna kick behind you. Notice I keep this knee bent. So I lean forward again. You can lean onto something, kick straight behind you. And now let's get ready and add the block. It looks like this. Kick, step back with your leg at a little bit of an angle, and then block. So it looks like this. Back kick, step, and rotate your trunk a little bit into that block. Rotate back to your forward position, and block. Back kick, and block. If you have bad shoulders, make sure that you execute that block slowly and be aware of your shoulder range of motion. The last one on that side. Let's do the other side. Back kick, foot down on a slight angle, and then pulling back into a block. Back kick, down, pull into a block. Looking good, everybody. Keep it going. Just a couple more. Good. Now we're going to come into horse stance. This will allow you to get your breath a little bit. In horse stance, you have your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. If you've ever ridden a horse, you're going to understand why we call this horse stance. Because you sit your bottom back, but you maintain a nice tall posture here in your spine, much like riding a horse. And while you're holding this position, so we got to stay down in it, let those quads get good and warm. You're going to be doing an alternating punch. So it's punch, rotating to where your palm is down, and I'm doing a cross jab here. Okay, keeping the abs tight. If your elbows and shoulders can handle this fine, then you can do a nice full extension. If you have any limitations there, just do a shorter range of motion, a shorter jab. You can also slow it down if you need to. Okay, so notice I just dropped a little lower. I'm trying to challenge myself a little bit, and I want to encourage you to do the same if you can. So you're going to hold this for a couple more jabs. Good. Excellent. Now, you're going to step forward with one foot, and you're going to do a block with the other arm, and then step back. Step forward with the other foot, and block as you step back. And just keep alternating. Step, opposing block. Step back. Step, opposing block. And just keep doing that. All right. Keeping the abs tight. Doing great. And stop there. Now what you're going to do is a step back with an elbow jab. I'm going to show you from this angle because this one is important to do correctly so as not to hurt the shoulder. So you're going to step back, and when you do, you're stepping on a slight angle. So that angle permits you to move the hips and trunk as well as the elbow. And that way you're not doing too much force against the elbow itself. So it's step in, step back on a slight angle, and do that nice elbow jab, and then back. What am I saying? There's nothing nice about an elbow jab, but it feels good when you're doing it. Okay, again, keeping the abs engaged, rotating the trunk so that your power is coming from your core. And one more. Great, let's do the other side. Stepping back, elbow jab. And one more. Good. Now, we're going to finish with two final exercises, and you want to be in what's called a sumo squat position. Your feet will be turned out slightly, and your knees are going to track in alignment with those feet. So you're going to start with just simply going down into the move, with a drive on one arm, drive with the other, and then as you come up, you're doing a block, which means you're lifting. So it's down, down, and lift. Down, down, and lift. I keep jabbing downward with the same arm first, so we're gonna switch it in a moment. Lifting up as you come out of that squat position, you're driving your arms up. 3 more on this side. And down. Good, now, other arm. Driving it down, other, and up. Three more. And then finally, we're going to end with you staying in the sumo squat, holding that in that down position. We call this an isometric. And as you hold this, you're going to do an uppercut with a block. So the uppercut is simply driving your fist up with your palm facing you, and then you've learned the block already. So keep repeating the same side. Uppercut, block. Three more. All right, let's do the other side. Stay down in there if you can. Upper and block, upper and block. Keeping the abs engaged. Again, if you need to do these blocks a little slower, you may be getting tired, you may feel like you need to protect your joints. And you've got one more. Good. And done. Congratulations. Well, thanks for joining me, everyone, for another COVID Strong workout. I hope you enjoyed it. As you no doubt have heard, COVID-19 preys upon weak lungs. The good news is, cardiovascular fitness, like the one that I just showed you, is actually one of the best ways to build up the strength of your lungs and your heart. So I would encourage you to look for creative ways to get cardiovascular fitness into your regular lifestyle. Thanks again for joining me. Stay COVID strong, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.